On today's show, I've got Liz Rivers from Riverbarn Design, as well as the Laser Outpost. Very happy that she's here tonight to join us. Welcome, Liz. How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much, Darren, for having me. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, you and I have known each other for a bit now. We're both in the partner program over at AEON, and I know that your laser business is divided into two areas. You've got your retail customers that you service through your website, Riverbarn Designs, and then you have the laser community that you help and support over at the Laser Outpost. So, how did you start your laser journey? How did it all begin for you?
So, just like everybody else, I started with a Cricut.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved forward and I purchased through one of the groups. I became really interested in following other makers. So, I found this thing called sublimation. And I was
Mm-hmm.
immediately amazed at how you were able to print things into garments, into cups, into tumblers. So, I bought myself a sublimation printer. And
Okay.
I was buying laser blanks, MDF, that I was
Mm-hmm.
able to sublimate
Mm-hmm.
items into. One year in the thick of the Christmas holiday, I placed a large order and the blanks came in damaged.
Okay.
So I was really upset because I had to refund all this money, but I was even more upset because I couldn't fulfill my orders. And customers do rely on you and your reputation. You have a reputation to maintain. So that's when I was just like, I wonder how she's making all those cutouts. And onto the internet I went. I love researching and I would stay up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I figured out that the thing that made those things was called a laser. And,
Okay.
I went on and I wanted it to have something made in the USA, but I couldn't afford it because they were 20, 30, $40,000. But
Sure.
I really was important to me to deal with someone in the United States. And
Okay.
that's where I found Eon.
Okay. And what Eon lasers do you have?
So I have a Mira 9, a 90-watt Mira 9.
Okay. And is sublimation still part of your business today?
Very little. I immediately fell in love with lasering.
All right. Now, speaking of lasering, I know that you are very well known in the laser community for your tagline. When you talk to people that are also laser enthusiasts, you call them creatives. And one of the very first things that really stuck in my mind was that branding that you came up with. You always introduce your pieces on the internet saying, "Hello, creatives." So, how did you come up with that? I mean, it's really genius, and it is so sticky. Where did that come from?
It just came natural because I believe that we are all very creative beings
Hmm.
and that we all have something that we like to create. So it just like stuck on me. It's just like, oh my God, we're all creative. So that's my tagline. Hey, creative.
Okay. So, on the retail side, your Riverborn Designs component, is that where people come to your website to purchase the retail products that you make?
Yes, they do. They go there and they go through Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook.
And what are some of the things that people can buy from you from that site?
So my favorite thing to do, as you know, are tumblers. I engrave tumblers. That's
Hmm.
my favorite thing to do. Cutting boards.
Okay.
That's my second bestseller. I sell a lot of cutting boards and a lot of tumblers. I do earrings. What else? Which one is my other third bestseller? So the earrings, the tumblers. Now I'm getting into hats. I love engraving hat patches.
Okay. So you do the engraving on some sort of a piece of leather, I guess, and then how does that work?
So I engrave the leather and the leatherette, and then I attach it
Hmm.
to the hats through heat bond.
Okay. All right. So that's an up and coming product for you.
It sure is. I'm very excited about it. It's a new product.
Very cool. So, out of all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis with your laser business, what are some of the challenges that you face as like a laser entrepreneur? Like, what are some of the things that you have to overcome every day, every week?
So things that I have to overcome every day are marketing.
Hmm.
I am not a salesperson. I love what I do. I'm a
Hmm.
creative at heart, but I am not a salesperson. So I am having a hard time merging my creative side with my marketing side.
Okay. So for marketing now, is it just your websites, or do you also sell your products in other areas like Etsy or eBay or Amazon?
So I do Etsy, and something that it's relatively new for me that I'm embarking in the next 2 weeks. I am going to do a market, an in-person market. So I'm really excited, but that's very new.
All right. So let's plug that. Where are you going to be? Where and when?
So I am going to be, I live in Rockland County, so I am going to be in Pomona
Okay.
at a, what is it called? Cropsey Farms. And they're
Okay.
going to have a holiday market November 26th. And Riverbarn Designs will be there.
Excellent. So you're going to bring hats, cutting boards, tumblers.
Yep, Santa bags, all kinds of goodies. I'm very excited.
Excellent. So it's no secret that you're definitely known in the tumbler world. You're fast becoming the queen of tumblers, especially on the side of the business where other laser owners need help. Um, I see you answering posts all the time, helping people out with settings and how to set up their rotary. What is the rotary that you use to make your tumblers?
So I've been using now, as of late, a pie burn. I've been using it for about 2 years now. A year, actually, a year and a half.
Okay. And if somebody wants to purchase a pie burn, they can do that through your affiliate program, right?
They could come through my affiliate program. We do have a discount code, the Laser Outpost, and you get a discount with every purchase that you use that code.
Okay. I'm going to post that link for those viewers in the YouTube section. And then I'm also going to put it on the website. If you're listening on the podcast, you'll have to come to the website to check it out. So tell me a little bit about Lightburn and the coursework that you've been doing. And for those folks that don't know, Lightburn is the software that is used to design the pieces that you're sending to the laser to either cut or engrave. So they're born, if you will, in Lightburn, and then they go to the laser to be made. I know that recently you've started a series of videos where you're helping new laser owners to navigate through Lightburn. So can you tell me a little bit about your coursework that you're putting out there?
So when I got my laser, I was very intimidated. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what I was more intimidated about, the actual machinery or the
Mm-hmm.
actual software. But thanks to Emily, that mom with a laser, she was very kind and very patient. And she will come with us we will meet online during the pandemic uh, on Wednesdays, and she will teach us a little bit of Lightburn. So I decided that I was going to pay it forward to the community and teach everyone a little bit of Lightburn. So they are, to lighten the load and to lessen the intimidation factor to those new laser owners.
Okay, and you do that through the Laser Outpost, right? Which is your group in Facebook for laser owners or would-be laser owners, right? Like if you don't own a laser, you can still join the Laser Outpost.
Absolutely. We all are welcome to
Okay.
learn at Laser Outpost. Yes.
So, what is your vision for the future of the Laser Outpost? Like, I know that you're doing tutorials there with tumblers. You show your work. You have your signature days like Thirsty Thursdays and things like that, which I always appreciate seeing everybody's work. What do you see next for the Laser Outpost? Where's that heading?
So I see the Laser Outpost as a gathering of creatives to where we grow together and we share ideas about our businesses.
Okay. So you mentioned Emily. You know, she's an influencer for sure in our industry, very well known. But you now are becoming very well known. I've watched the numbers in the Laser Outpost post grow. You're getting more and more subscribers every day, every week. So you're now an influencer. So who do you look to for mentorship? You know, as you're mentoring others, who's mentoring you? Like, where are you getting the inspiration and the education and the fulfillment that you need to continue to do what you're doing?
So believe it or not, I get a lot from other members of the community.
Hmm.
Uh, Emily is always there to mentor me.
Okay.
Uh, Crystal from the Riley Black Project,
Hmm.
and Heather from Lobo Designs have been, my right hand. If I have any questions, any issues with the page, and support me. They truly support me. They are a great support,
Hmm.
because I'm brand new at this Facebook running a group. I never ran a group before.
Okay. And as far as like the laser equipment that you have, you mentioned that you have an AEON laser. You also have a fiber laser. Can you tell the viewers and listeners what the difference is between a CO2 laser engraver and a fiber laser engraver? How are those different?
So the CO2 will not engrave on metal. So I became
Mhm.
interested in doing jewelry, engraving metal pieces, and that's why I purchased a fiber laser. So that is the main difference. The
Okay.
materials, a fiber laser will not cut wood or engrave in wood unless you get a particular fiber laser with that component.
Okay. As someone who interacts with so many new people that are new to laser, if you had to narrow it down to just one thing that you would tell them on their journey, right? These people that are overwhelmed, they don't know what laser to buy, they don't know much about business, they don't know much about picking a niche. What type of recommendation and advice would you give somebody who is literally on square one?
So my first thing is educate yourself in what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
Of us want it as a side gig, others as a full time. So
Hmm.
get the largest laser that your budget and your space can afford.
Okay.
Second, find yourself a mentor, a trusted person that could help you along the journey. There's many of us out there willing to help.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing some of your wisdom and experience with us. One last question for you as it relates, it just so happens we're doing this interview right before the Thanksgiving season. And we know that in the laser engraving world, a lot of opportunity comes around the seasonality of it, right? There's Mother's Day and Father's Day and
Sure.
Thanksgiving and Hanukkah and Christmas and all the different holidays. So what do you do on your retail side at Riverbarn Designs to prepare for any upcoming holiday?
So we actually start writing down the seasons and the products that we are going to produce for that particular season. So now for the Christmas holiday season, I've been preparing for the past 3 months, stocking materials and preparing them and completing them so we are not short stocked for the holiday season.
Okay. So if anybody listening or watching wants to come see what you create and what you have for sale, can they visit you at riverbarndesign.com?
They sure can.
And if they're thinking about buying a laser, and especially if they want to learn about engraving tumblers and cutting boards and hat patches, they can visit you at the Laser Outpost on Facebook, correct?
Most definitely. We welcome all.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to do the interview. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Darren. It's always a pleasure.